And good evening, everyone. Hope everybody is doing fine. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching it. And if you're here in the back, shall we say, watching, howdy. If you're here, Mom, hello. You said you would be. I don't know if you are or not. Anyway, it is a cold one out there here in Wichita Falls, Texas. Expecting some snow here in a little while, but actually by in the morning, got a notification that I'm live. Glad they let me know that I was alive. Anyway, hey y'all, as you saw, always be open to changes. I kind of got off on a rabbit hole last night, and I was looking at the pay from Spark versus the pay from Amazon, and Amazon beat Spark by about 5 grand, actually. So always, I'm going to keep the whole what I got to say, keep it real short and sweet and simple. Always be open to changes because you never know what that next door leads to. It's like I have people ask me how I got into doing reviews, and I fell into it. It was not a planned thing. I had no intentions whatsoever of doing product reviews online. I was writing, just a normal person writing a written review on a couple of different products over the time, over the last few years. Nothing elaborate, nothing fancy, just giving my opinion about something. And I got invited to do Amazon buying and started doing that. And that kind of opened up opportunities to agencies. I was told last night they refer to themselves as agents. I refer to them as my China dolls, but I've got several of different ones like that. It's kind of the go between the liaison, how you pronounce that, the go between the seller and the content creator. But I was told last night they refer to themselves as agents. So, agents it is. Sounds good to me. Anyway, doing the Amazon buying opened up the opportunities for them to contact me, and wham bam, went through that door, and here I am. So always be open minded and don't limit yourself on what you're doing. If I know the majority of my audience, not everybody, but the majority of everybody does gig work, like uh, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Walmart Spark. They gig, just different gig apps, and that's what I was doing for what about the last 4 years, 4.5. I don't know. Been a while. Been a minute. But always be open to new things because you just never know what's going to come about. You figure the way I looked at it, I made more doing Amazon and not putting miles in my car and putting gas in my car and the wear and tear and everything else. But yet I made more. Now I don't know how long it's going to last, and that's the whole deal. Is you can't 100. You can't. I'm going to say this. You can't 100% depend on it. Now let me backtrack. You cannot depend 100% on any job anymore. I think the careers are still out there, but probably more. I don't know. Just I'm figuring about half the jobs out there, regular W-2 jobs, are iffy. They may be here this year and they may be out of business next year. You may show up to work tomorrow and the doors are closed. Happens all the time. You see the different big name stores, big lots. All of the big lots in Texas are now closing. It was going to be a select few. All of them, from what I read on Newsbreak, in Texas are closing. And you just never know. But what my point is don't, the old saying is don't put all your eggs in one basket. So create you multiple streams of income, as they've always said, but take the opportunities to look into other things. So don't be closed minded, just be open minded because you don't know where it's going to lead. That's pretty much all I had to say because that's what I've been thinking about. Hello, pork chop, just joining. Are you frozen? I don't think so. No, I'm not. I've got YouTube open over on that screen, and I'm on this screen on StreamYard, and both of them are working. It doesn't appear to be frozen. Um, I meant the oh, my bad. I was saying no, no. I got a heater under here. My mom got me this hoodie. I like this hoodie, Mom. If you're watching, for Christmas, and the heater is on under my feet down there. I can't afford to heat the whole house. I learned that one real quick. Um, I can't believe they're already putting in school closings or 2 hour delays, showing 28 degrees right now. So that's not horribly bad. I mean, it's cold, but at about 6 a.m., we're supposed to have the chance of snow flurries. But, you know, it could get a dusting, it could not do anything, or we could wake up and have a foot of snow. Who knows? Here you will be getting snow. We're just getting cold rain down here. Yep. Yeah. Yep. About 6 a.m. is when the snow starts. I don't know if you can see that. 6 a.m. and which I will not see 6 a.m. But and tomorrow 77% chance. It's saying 54% chance of snow today, but yet it shows no snowflakes up there on the top until 6 a.m., which is tomorrow. So I don't know how there ain't a cloud in the sky, or there wasn't when last time I was looking outside. I haven't been out. I went out there earlier today for a little bit and then I came back in. So 77% chance tomorrow, 34 for a high, 29 for a low. So even if we do get anything, um, it's not going to stick. Well, it may stick, but it's not going to stick around. I don't think it's going to stick to the roads. The roads got asphalt holds a lot of heat. So if you have a few cold days, like freezing days, then yes, it may stick. Overpasses might get a little slick, but I don't think there's going to be any travel problems personally, and they're already delaying schools 2 hours. I believe that's what that said. Pick some of school closing. Oh, they're closing some of them now. That's ridiculous. When I was in school, they didn't. We might get a 2 hour delay, but it had to be really, really bad before they closed. These school. This is not around here. These are all Eastern. I don't know if you know where like Bottom's on here, Ardmore, which is Ardmore, Oklahoma. Um, Collinsville, Denison. Looks like everything. A lot of them east of Paris, Sherman. So pretty much everything. Gainesville was up there. It's pretty much everything from Gainesville east. But I don't know. Maybe they're expecting more over that way. But they're talking about the Longhorn game from the Cotton Bowl Friday night with travel weather being bad. I don't know. All I know is I'm willing to about bet by Friday noon you won't know that it did anything if it does anything tomorrow, but you won't know any. You won't notice it. It'll be melted and gone. Closings and delays. Oh, I don't want to watch your video. Oh, there we go. So if anybody is around Gainesville or Sherman out that way, Paris, Ardmore, y'all need to check your schools. Schools closing and delays. Archer City delayed. Start at 10. Benjamin, Bellevue, Bowie, Bryson, Burke Burnett, City View, Christ Academy. Is that? I don't know what school that is, unless that used to be Wichita Christian. Curious Minds. That might be where my grandson goes. He goes to one of them schools like that. Electra, Goldberg, Grayford, Graham, Henrietta, Iowa Park, Midway, Montague, Nocona, Prairie Valley, Premier High School. Oh, Premier, that's the new ones we have here. What a weird name. St. Joe, Seymour Road Day School, Throckmorton. There's a whole list of them. So, Wichita Falls ISD, 2-hour delay. Windthorst and Woodson, all of them have a 2-hour delay or 10 a.m. So, anyhow, I don't know. Howdy, Mary. Hope you are doing well. Are any of the people usually here from California? It's so sad to see those. I didn't. I saw something on Newsbreak about it, but I didn't read it. So I don't know where. I've got cousins out in California, but I don't know where the fires are. I saw something about California fires, and I don't know if we ever have anybody that watches. Well, that's okay. Everything you wrote, even if it's misspelled, I can probably interpret it. I spent a few years on chat lines, and there was a lot of people on there that did not know how to spell. You know who some of the worst spellers I've ever known personally? There may be some that are worse, but some of the worst spellers that I've ever known personally are nurses. I know about 3 nurses, and one of them spelling is horrible. The other one is not very good. One of them, it's hit and miss. So, anyway, so spelling, I don't worry about it. We can interpret. I can spell, talk, text, makes things. I can spell, talk to text, makes things up. What's funny? I was last night. I was on Ray's live when he was on there. And I looked over at my phone, and Ray had made my phone come up, and I think I was texting my mom or somebody. Yeah, it had to be mom. I didn't text anybody else. But anyway, it put everything that Ray was talking about. It put it all in my mom's text. And I looked down there and I thought, did I not send my last text? And then I started reading what was on there. I thought, what? But it picked up everything he said. I'm glad I didn't hit send. Of course, it wasn't nothing bad, so not a big deal. But I just looked over. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Y'all can't see it, but look what I got back there. I don't have a flashlight. Oh, well, this would be a good hint if you can see it. Well, you still can't see it. I need a remote control for my light. Anyway, did a review on a karaoke machine today. Man, that thing is pretty loud. I was kind of impressed with it. At first, I thought, it sounds good. It's just not very loud. Then I realized the Bluetooth on my phone was only turned up about halfway. Howdy, Presley. But anyway, yeah. I played on that thing for a little while. And needless to say, My singing ain't going on that review. Ooh, I turned blue, didn't I? Why did we turn blue? It looks normal over there, but oh wait, now it's colored. Oh, I guess because I turned the flashlight on, maybe. I wonder why it went blue. Hmm. I am doing wonderful. Um, as long as I can stay by this heater, I'm doing wonderful. I don't know. I get cold so easy. My sister, I get cold easier now. But the other day when we was talking, and my sister said, "Oh, he's always gotten cold. His house used to be so hot," and maybe so, but I used to work out in it, and I mean, one of the coldest jobs I've ever known of is a forklift driver because you're not doing anything but sitting there operating the handles and the steering wheel, and you get off every once in a while, you know, icicles running down, and all that fun stuff. And I handled it just fine, but I don't think there's any way I could do it nowadays. I think the radiation fried my thermostat, really do. But I just don't do well, but I can't heat this house, man. That one electric bill, my first electric bill here, first full electric bill, $369, and not running anything special, just keeping it warm. So I've learned to keep that door shut and the bathroom, because you can go through there and to my bedroom, and then there's the bathroom. And then you can go out of the bathroom on the other side of this door back here, and it's like a circle. But I keep this area of the house, this half of the house, closed off, and I've got the thermostat turned down to about 65. It's not freezing in there, but it's cool. I know my mom would love it in there, my sister, and everybody else probably, but I just can't handle that cold. But I can't pay the electric bill, and hopefully they don't turn it off because I won't get any kind of good checks till the end of this month. Maybe $20 here and there on PayPal, which I paid 100 more, or no, 65 more on it today because I got some PayPal stuff sent, so I transferred that to the bank. And anyhow, next month, well, actually, the end. If I can get through the few weeks here and get everything caught up, next month should be great. That's what I said about this month, but I wasn't expecting a $369 or $368 electric bill. I expected my electric to double, from the apartment to here, but I was used to paying $60 a month, 50, 60, $70. And all of a sudden, the electric bill's more than my car insurance. Speaking of which, my car insurance was due 2 days ago. But anyway, things will get better. I just couldn't believe that something, of course, I'd never planned on doing DoorDash and all that either. I actually think my mom is the one that, well, they say the one that turned me on to the gig economy. And I think she saw it in a newspaper ad or saw it on Facebook or something. But I want to say it was Bite Squad. But I never thought about doing that. And I signed up for it and got to doing it. And then I think I got on DoorDash and then, or Uber, Grubhub. I think it was Bite Squad and then Grubhub. Or maybe she told me about Grubhub. Anyway, it's one of those three: Uber, Bite Squad, or Grubhub. One of those three. And I started doing that, and that wound up paying more than what the state of Texas paid. Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering about, but the summer light bill, I can handle the heat more so than the cold now. Of course, I don't have any live plants to worry about. I got something in that I bet you'd like too. Um, because you got a lot of plants and stuff and all your reviews and whatnot. Anyway, uh, if I can keep it around 78, 79, I'll be fine. I don't need it cold. I don't think. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe. Let's see. Where's Amazon? There's Amazon. Now let's see about the browsing history. I was going to show you. Whoa. Browsing history. Do, 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 do. Supposed to be getting a recliner in. Looks like a pretty nice recliner too. Where are those? Can't be that far back. I'm bored, y'all. My niece told me about her coworker doing Spark. I'd never heard of it, and so I checked into it. Yeah, plus they always be open to new things. You just don't know where that's going to lead. I'm much happier nowadays than what I used to be when I was working a W-2 job. And be honest with you, I'm making more now than I ever have in my life. Of course, I'm working a lot more hours, but the thing of it is, if you enjoy what you're doing, uh, then it's worth it. Why do I have drones on my history? Those. Huh, I'll be better off trying to find the email here. Oh my goodness. Anyway, plant stands. There'll be a video on that. But one of them, the base of it broke. So they're supposed to send me a new baseboard. They're sending me a new baseboard, and they're sending me a whole new stand. I was going to put one on each side. That looks blue again. I don't know why I keep switching to blue. Anyway, I was going to put one on each side of the bookcase, but it doesn't look as good as what I thought it was going to look. But I don't know. Now I look red. Boy, I'm a chameleon. A chameleon? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Wonder what it would do if I clicked on this light. About the same. Anyway, yeah, you just never know. And now, make will be haven't. Well, I was making a little bit on Nash and Grandpa's YouTube channel, but not much. But this channel might be making a little bit more. I think it's up to like 250 or 260. But I know that ain't much, but you know, uh, it's fun. And I enjoyed doing it, and I'm doing the videos anyway, so might as well put them on here. But I'm gonna try to change up the I already have to take a when I have to edit out, like if you would like the product, look down in the description. I can't put that on the Amazon video, so I have to edit that out. But I'd like to change things up a little bit on what I put on YouTube versus what goes on Amazon. Um, like me and Ray was talking last night, the dash cam that I just did a review on. There's a couple of things that I didn't add in that, but I'm going to do a follow up video. But it'll just be on uh, here on YouTube. It won't be on Amazon. Yeah, it all adds up. That's what I was looking at last night when I was talking about different. My camera just. Mm, uh, Where you at? Right there. Go back to the pre-selected. Get back down there. I don't need to look at the car top, the roof of the carport. Well, why it keeps changing like that? It's a junky camera. But yeah, the different and and I can't add in, and I guess I better be careful what I say. Uh, a little bit, just a little bit, just a few dollars. I make it the flea market, so I don't really know how much. I have an idea, but I'm doing to incriminating myself on a public social media site. I am not going to reveal that information. It's not a whole lot, but you add that on top of the little $20 and $25 here and there to do a video. Then you get your Amazon commissions. Then you get uh, your Spark or DoorDash or whatever you're doing. You do a little bit of that, and you're getting a little on YouTube, which it hasn't moved over to my and I put it on the Amazon uh, message board or whatever where you can ask questions, but it's and showing in the AdSense on the YouTube page, but the AdSense page on Google, it's not showing on there. But I hope I got the accounts linked right. I don't know, but anyway, like I said, yeah, it all adds up, and it's added up to about what I was estimating, which I was kind of wondering, but for doing stuff that you enjoy doing and making more money at it than what you made when you was working a W-2 job. Now I did work at the state hospital. I really kind of liked it. It was stressful at times, but I liked working there. But really, there were certain aspects of it that I didn't like, but when you sit down with a patient and they just open up and start talking to you, and they're in a really bad, crappy mood when you sit down at first, and then by the time you're through talking, they're laughing. It makes you feel better. You made somebody feel a little bit better for at least a few minutes, and helping somebody, that was a rewarding feeling. It just made you feel better about yourself. It's not that you offered great advice, but a lot of people, everybody, all they mostly just want somebody to listen to them. They'd like to have answers, but that's not a requirement, but just somebody to listen to. And I think that's all any of us want, just somebody that'll listen to you and genuinely care, you know. But but that was a good job. But this, I don't have to worry about being there at 8 minutes till 6 and getting off at 3, maybe have to work a double shift or a shift and a half because somebody called in on the next shift. Um, it it's nice. It's and in some ways it's made me lazier because I say that, but as far as the amount of sleep that I get, that hadn't changed much. It's what has changed is the hours that I sleep, and that me and Ray I think we was talking about that last week, and that was one of the things I was wanting to do is work on my time management and try to start getting to bed earlier and getting up earlier and I was doing horrible. Then I started getting better, and now I'm kind of back in the horrible side. But the thing of it is everybody that I deal with, as far as Amazon agents, they're 13 hours ahead of us. So it's 9:35 p.m. here. It's what 10:35 a.m. there. So they're sending emails out, and I stuck to the Velcro. Got a little cable holder up there, but their days are our nights. And when you were working with those people, it kind of, you know, eh, you kind of got to work by their schedule a little bit. And I have missed a couple of opportunities to do a couple of reviews on products that I would have really wanted, but I didn't see the email because I wasn't up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then by the time I saw it, they had already got somebody else to do it. So you snooze, you lose. But when you're dealing with somebody on the other side of the world, then if you snooze, you really lose. So I don't know. I don't know how to work it out. It's kind of like working two different shifts. Some of these factories, they'll work, midnight to 8 one week and then 8 to midnight the next, or, work days one week and nights the next week. And I don't know. I don't know what's best. But anyway, the whole thing is always be open to opportunities because you never know what it's going to lead to. You just, who in the world would have thought I would have ever been? We're talking Mr. Shy, bashful, doesn't talk to people. Who would have ever thought about this person being in front of a camera, especially going live? And, it's not like a chat board where you're just chatting, typing or whatever. You're physically seeing somebody and things. I don't know. Of course, the shyness, I got better on that working at the state hospital. Working retail helped a lot, but when you work at the state hospital, you get put on the spot. You have to. And then you learn that it was really good. It did good for you. Not only for them, but it did good for yourself. But man, I'll tell you what, Luna was good about sending 4 a.m. text message. Oh yeah. Yeah. They quit sending them about 5 o'clock. I get emails or the on the WhatsApp. But then I've got like 4 or 5 others. There is one that I work with. Her name is Catherine, which we know good and well. Her name is not Catherine. It may translate to Catherine. I don't know, but that girl, lady, whatever, works all the time. I may get emails from her at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock in the morning. She works a lot. So, and as far as like Luna and them go, I'm about um I'm about that close to not dealing with them anymore. I was looking at my one spreadsheet of the products I got in 2024, and it's not very long. And the spreadsheet that I got from other people, and it's 4 times as long. So I'm not. It ain't no sweat if if I pull out from doing their stuff. Because I told her last night that and it's funny, the seller likes you and they want you to do this video. Yeah, right. It's like getting the email, oh, we've been following you. You're doing an amazing job. And they don't have a clue who you are. They send that out to everybody. I figured that one out. It's like a man going to a topless bar and expecting that waitress really to like him. Mm-hmm. She just wanting that money. And that's the way they are. They're just wanting you to do their work for them. But I told her last night, I said, if that seller really wants me, tell them $50 for that video. And they come back and they said, we have a flat fee for everybody for $20. And I said, well, my flat fee is now 25. I hadn't heard much back. Well, she did message me earlier. Did you get that message about them wanting you to compare their videos or their thumbnails or something? I got it right as I was hitting go live, so I hadn't really had a chance to look at it. But branch success, your transfer is almost there. If y'all do Walmart Spark, the branch card that we got paid on is as of December 21st, I believe it was, is no more. But you can now do direct deposit into your bank account. So you don't have to worry about going through a little something else. Or they have like a one card. I think Tim told me that he uses that one card. Is it because she is not sending things you would want to video? Oh, is it because not really. I haven't. Have you noticed their list is used to they would have like 2 to 300 items on their list, and there's what 20 on there now. But the other two places I have lists for, they did the same thing by December 31st. They only had just a half a dozen. One of them had nothing on their list. It's like they was finishing it out for the year. Use the one card. Tim said that he uses that one card. I just went ahead and just did direct deposit into my bank account, and I guess that's going to go in. I put it in last week, but I guess it didn't go into effect on yesterday's check, so it should go into the next check, which right at the moment, and it's only because I had carryover from Sunday. My current earnings are $36.51 on Spark, and that's from the tips from Sunday. But, 30, 40, $50 a week, that's, 100 or $100 to $200 a month. You add that on top of a few other things, and if something happens to Spark, if I get like right now, if I got deactivated from Spark, I wouldn't be happy because I like the ability to do Spark, but it's not going to sink the ship. I I lost Uber. I lost Bite Squad. Bite Squad moved out of Wichita Falls. They're not here. Uber, I got deactivated because they changed companies that did the background check, and they got a bunch of stuff screwed up and on somebody else. It wasn't even me. And I could have fought it and said, there was some things I got taken off there, and there was a couple more things that with some research I could have proven my innocence, I guess. But I said, the heck with it. I don't really care. I wasn't doing much Uber anyway. I was all Spark. But now Walmart here, I know in a lot of other places, because I remember even reading like last year and the year before, at a lot of places, Uber was already delivering for Walmart, but they did not deliver for Walmart here up until about a month ago. I talked to one of the drivers. He's full time on Uber and Spark and the rest of them, and he said it was about a month ago. And I noticed, and y'all may have heard me talking about the orders just dropped off. But I think it's because they're splitting the orders up between Uber and Spark. And I know Roadie does Walmart occasionally. Every once in a while, I would see a Walmart order through Roadie. It didn't pay worth nothing, but now they've added Uber on there, so that just cut a lot of the Spark orders in half, or offers. Remember the small picture we had to send, and they were going to have 3,000 merchants they could pick from? Never happened. No, I think they were just wanting their own logo done, and they're a little shady on some of their things, but they're in the business. It's all business. I just get so tickled when they say, "The seller really likes you." Um, I don't know. It's flattering to think that, but I'm old enough and wise enough to know that's not truthful. That seller could care less who gets it done as long as they can get it done. And I was fishing with I don't know who handles I don't what was her name? Amber? Whoever handles the payments on the China dolls. I was kind of fishing with her last night, trying to figure out without coming out and asking how much the sellers was paying them. Because I said it would be nice because I work directly with some sellers, and I really do. But it would be nice to know how much some sellers are paying these agents or agencies to find people like us to do the reviews. Then I would know how much to quote these sellers, when you're working directly with them. Because you're not going to make what the agencies make because the seller's got to pay them. They got to make money to stay in business. I get it. I got no problem splitting it with them. But I have a feeling, I'm just guessing they're probably making $200 for each product, and they're paying us like 20. But there's 4 or 5 of them, 6 of them that's got to get paid. And, I'm sure they're in an office, so they got overhead involved. I get it, but I think we ought to at least get a fourth of it. And then sometimes they say the seller has no budget, and good and well they have a budget. You know, because they're if the seller didn't have a budget, then the agencies would not be working with them because if they can't make money, they're not going to do it. Period. And I'm getting to where I've turned down a lot of things, and then I've shot in some high numbers. I've shot in $500 to do a video on two different products in the last week because I really didn't want to do it. We really liked your work. Okay, $500. One of them I told 50. And I'm still waiting to hear back on that one. So we'll see. I'm just not working for free. Oh, the seller really likes you too. Oh, I'm heartbroken. I thought it was just me they liked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hmm. Like I said, that seller don't have a clue who we are. They like us because we'll do their crap for free. Is why they like us. Oh, and wasn't it? Yeah, that wasn't it them. No, 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 it was another one. I had another one, agency wanting they had a Google Docs. You filled it out, a form. They wanted to know your hobbies and links to your social medias and your Amazon storefront, and then what kind of cameras you used and all this and that. And I think they're the ones that I told them $50 to do the video. Um, I don't know. And maybe they'll send something. Maybe they won't. I don't care. I've got so many now that if one doesn't, I've got another one that will. So it's not a big deal to me. I'm to that point. Before I would take if it was free, I would take it and I would do it because I was just trying to build it up. But now I'm at the point where I don't have to. Um, and I'm actually, y'all, knock on wood. Actually, I did have one thing that came in today, but I'm not going to do that till probably this weekend. And I got the karaoke machine and I got that videoed, and all I got to do is edit it, and I am completely caught up. First time I've been caught up since, it's been a couple of months that I had nothing else to do. I've got that. It's a dog kennel, but not a dog kennel. It looks like what would you call it? Like a microwave cart, a cabinet. Looks like a cabinet, but it's actually a dog kennel, but you can put, like, plants and stuff on top of the shelf. It goes, like, in the living room, but I guess if somebody wanted to put their dog in it overnight, because a lot of people do put their dogs up, but we'll see. Instead of telling her no, I just keep ignoring her texts, and finally she quit texting me at all. I'll text them back. I mean, I'm not gonna just close the doors on them, but they're gonna have to, because I told her, I said, "I've been with y'all for a while, it's time for a raise." I first said 50, but I thought, "Well, okay, we'll go with 25." You know? What it was, and they might have tried to get you to do them too, some long leg compression things. It looks like, uh, chaps, they're from your hips or the full length of your leg from your toes all the way up, and one on each. They're from compression things that goes on your legs. I don't know. It's like 499 or 599 on their website, and that's one that I told them 50. And then I said, if the seller wants me, I'll do it for 25. I don't know if I can sell them or not. You know, I've still got this electric, an 1100, no, $1,200. I think it was 1199 on Amazon electric wheelchair. I still got it sitting in there. I haven't even got an offer on it, but I can't put it on marketplace. But I did put it on Craigslist, and I don't want to put it on eBay because I don't want to pay. Well, I might as well, because paying the fee is better than it sitting in there, because it's just sitting there. Bad when you have high dollar merchandise that you can't get rid of, and that would get me. That would pay my electric bill and car insurance if I could sell that. Well, since I've been paying on my electric bill, that would be more than enough, because I got it paid down to 150 now. If I can come up with 150 more dollars, my electric bill's covered. I'm good. I've got till the 16th to get it paid before they turn it off. They have plans that you can get on, and you could pay like half of your electric bill, and then they tack on payments to your next bills till you get to pay it off. But those payments are on top of your regular bills, and I don't want to pile any more on top of a regular electric bill than I already have. So I'm just hoping for the best. Maybe I can sell a few things and get 150 to pay it off, and somehow or another get the insurance paid. The Lord will provide, says the man out on the streets. But he's got a life, Could be worse. I know things could be worse. I'm not complaining. I got a 3-bedroom house. I know it's old and apparently uses a lot of electricity, but it's a 3-bedroom house, got running water in the toilet and the bathtub, got a kitchen. Yeah, how many people out there don't have that? I'm blessed. There's no two ways about it. The Lord's been good to me. Yeah. Put in a lot of hours for it, though. I don't know. Anyway, half the yard crap they sent has already broke, and I had to throw it. Oh man, you had some pretty stuff too. I did some. I think, I don't know if I talked about them on here, but I did some candy canes. There was like, 18 inches tall maybe. But I just now went out, when I left earlier, when I came in, I thought, before this weather gets real bad, I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of the ground. I broke the ends of 2 of them off. I mean, I think I can get the stake still up in it, but 2 or 3 of them busted little pieces off the bottom. 2 of the stakes broke. It was real thin, cheap plastic that these are made out of. I didn't realize they're so delicate, or I'd have been a lot more gentle and probably wouldn't have broke them. But the light's still good. But maybe it was being in the sun and then cold and then hot, not hot, hot, but plastic hardens and stuff with the weather. But I don't know. But yeah, it was kind of a little flimsier than what I thought. Great live tonight. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We just hanging out. I really didn't have a whole lot to talk about, and I don't know about the live tomorrow night for Dash and Grandpa. I really don't know what to talk about unless we just get on there and hang out. If you do eBay, make sure you make the buyer pay ship. I don't want to ship anything, especially if we're talking about that wheelchair. It may be $100 to $200 to ship that thing because it's heavy and it's big. So, but yeah, make sure you pay for shipping because it will be very expensive. Postage rates have really gone up lately. Post office will be closed Thursday, just FYI, all across the United States. Or you can do local pickup if it's somebody local buying it. That's what I'm hoping for. I guess I will put it on eBay because even if I have to pay eBay $100 or whatever, then it'd be worth it because it's not doing me any good in there. And there's been, I've donated a couple walkers, canes to my doctor's office, and I don't mind donating at all. But when you're talking donating a $1,200 piece of product in there, that's a lot of dinero, you know. Uh, Um, I just I hate to do that, but I I've tried 2 ways to put it on, Facebook, and they both got rejected. I guess the picture maybe because it wasn't the wording. Because I said chair, or how did I word that? Electric chair or something, and then in one of them I put chair with wheels, and they got caught both times. So I don't know. I just don't get why Facebook blocks that stuff. I get why they block supplements and medications and herbal teas and anything medical. I like that. I understand that. I'm 100% for that. I won't review. I've been offered, and you probably have too, because I think China Doll's had a few things like supplements and things. I refuse to do them. To me, that's a. I don't know that I would be liable, but I would feel horrible if somebody said, "I bought your product and I wound up having to go to the hospital and have my stomach pumped or whatever, or I turned out I was allergic to it or something like that." I'd feel horrible. And I just not gonna put myself in that position. But when you're talking about crutches, walking canes, walkers, wheelchairs, if it's new, I don't understand what the problem is with that one. I understand medications and stuff like that, but for DME, I'm sorry, durable medical equipment, I don't get it. I don't understand. But if any of y'all know anybody that needs an electric wheelchair, um, Mary, you live a long ways from here. Pork chop, I could meet you halfway, or whoever lived down that way. I'd meet somebody. I'd drive 200 miles to sell this to somebody, because I was going to put it for 750, which is a heck of a deal. But I thought I'll come down to 600. I think on Craigslist, I think I put 600. I thought that's half price, and nobody's even looked at it. But yeah, I don't. I know somebody here is bound to need an electric wheelchair, but a lot of people, their insurance will cover it. Medicaid, Medicare will cover it. I don't know. Which stop at local assisted living places or nursing homes, but independent living places, and put a note on their bulletin board and sell it at the reduced amount. I don't know. Can you do that? Hmm. I wish like the hospital or something would buy stuff. But then they would be having to give it to their patients, and the hospital ain't going to give nothing away. They're going to charge their patients double what they pay for it. We have Take Some Christian Care. Uh, Rolling Meadows is assisted living. I don't know if you can. I don't know. I've delivered there like Spark and DoorDash and stuff, but I never noticed there being a bulletin board up or not. Wouldn't hurt to call and ask though. That's a good idea. I may just do that. Because at this point, I know I got bills to pay, but at this point, I would probably take whatever they offered as long as it was reasonable. You know, I don't know. That's a good idea. Anyway, I guess I am going to about call it a wrap for tonight. It's 10:01. I was a little late. I just got to edit this video, and I last night I should have got this done last night, but I'm going to be honest with you. I sit right here, and I'm not a TikToker. I don't watch TikTok, but I got on Facebook, and those Facebook Reels are about as bad of a habit as TikTok is, because I wound up just flipping from one video to the other video to the other video, and then I'm starting to get these something about music, classic music, and it'll have like uh, Air Supply singing a song. Then it might scroll and have a little Merle Haggard or something like that, and I'll watch those. And then there was some from what was the Soul Train. I watched some of the Soul Train, some dance contest on Soul Train. I'm not into watching dances, but it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to see the clothes that probably we sort of wore like that. I don't remember ever owning any yellow bell bottom pants, but I remember wearing bell bottom pants way longer than what they were in style for. Took me a while to adjust to the new style, but I am about to say good night myself. So thank you for dropping by. Hope you have a wonderful evening and stay warm. I think that cold air is supposed to move down there too. Old people shopping for a good deal on an electric wheelchair are not going to be looking on Craigslist. Yeah, you're right. But their grandkids, the lady that bought the walker a few days ago bought it for her dad, and she was a little younger than me, but he was having chemo and radiation, and I said, "Well, hopefully he won't need it long." And that's what she said, and she said, "That's what my mother said too. But one of these days, one of us are going to need it, so we might as well just buy it." So she bought it. It was the Cadillac of walkers too. That's the best walker I've ever done a review on. It cup holders, spot to hold your walking cane. Anyway, y'all, if if I do DoorDash or not DoorDash, Dash and Grandpa live tomorrow night, then I'll see y'all there. And if I don't do it, then I'll see you probably on one of y'all's lives. I don't know where Ray's at tonight. I guess he's working hard. But anyhow, I am going to get off here and finish this video up and see what else is in store for the night. So I'll catch y'all later. Y'all take it easy and stay warm. I don't think you got to worry about it, Mary. You're down there where it's warm. and everybody else may get cold. Assisted living places usually have an activity director that knows the patients and their needs. Maybe you could call and speak to them to put the word out if anybody needs one. Good. Yep. I'm going to do that because I do know of two places. Actually, I know of three. One for sure that takes home a Christian care because that's a little bigger one. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow night, Lord willing, and if I get on here. If not, I'll catch y'all later. So y'all stay warm, stay happy, and whatever you need to do, just keep smiling. Bye, y'all.